Is the mark of the beast already happening? Hello, I'm Mike Bain from Christian Voice New Zealand, and thanks for joining me as we look at today's culture through the lens of the Bible. Today we're going to unpack New Zealand's biometric checkout trials and the chilling echoes of Revelation's mark of the beast. Picture yourself in Woolworths aisle, grabbing eggs and bread when a silent camera is scanning your face and checks you against a secret watch list. Within seconds, an algorithm checks your identity against a database. Now, maybe you're flagged as a match for someone the police are looking for, or your image is stored for future reference without your knowledge. This isn't sci-fi, it's everyday life. Facial recognition cameras are popping up at airports, train stations, shopping centres, and as we know, in grocery stores. I'm just amazed at how quickly we accept this type of surveillance. I mean, what is it that you use to access your phone? Is it your thumbprint or facial recognition? Now, governments and businesses, they claim that these cameras help fight crime and keep people safe, but the real question is, who controls this technology and what happens if it falls into the wrong hands? You know, Britain is on the cusp of a national identity revolution. The proposed BritCard, a mandatory smartphone-based credential, promises to streamline everything from renting a flat to accessing the NHS. It's pitched as a progressive fix to immigration woes and bureaucratic inefficiencies. But beneath the sleek interface lies a deeper question. When does convenience become compulsory? What are we really signing up for? Well, here, New Zealand has already embraced the biometric future. Major retailers like Woolworths and Foodstuffs, they've begun trialling facial recognition technology in their supermarkets. They're scanning us as we enter. The goal? They want to combat retail crime and protect staff. Nothing wrong with that, but the reality is it's a firestorm of ethical debate. Now, it all sounds good, doesn't it? And many of us would have the attitude, well, you know, I'm not doing anything wrong, so, well, quite frankly, I'm not bothered. Now, retailers in New Zealand agree facial recognition deters repeat offenders and violent incidents. Now, that's the positive, because images are captured, matched against watch lists and deleted if no match is found. But some shoppers also feel reassured knowing that aggressive individuals are being flagged. Okay, so it sounds efficient until it isn't. On the other side of surveillance in New Zealand, privacy advocates and Maori leaders are very negative. They're warning of racial basis and surveillance creep. A good example of what they're saying is where a recent misidentification of a Maori woman in a Rotorua supermarket sparked national outrage. The Privacy Commissioner, though, gave the whole thing a cautious tick to the trials, but warned that even a 1% error rate, 1%, could wrongly implicate hundreds. Well, the debate is no longer about if this tech is going to be rolled out nationwide, but how is it to be governed. Now, I mentioned over in the UK, the BritCard is being framed as a digital passport to modern life. Proposed by Britain's Labour government, the BritCard would be stored on your phone and used to verify your right to work, rent or access services. You know, this sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Remember the COVID-19 vaccination passport gave those who had the right to have a coffee, get a haircut, and look, let's not get me started about the haves and have-nots. Supporters say it'll be reducing fraud, streamline hiring and protect vulnerable citizens from Windrush-style injustices. Critics fear it's a slippery slope to state overreach. Once identity, though, is digitalised, what stops it from being tracked, scored or revoked? Exactly. You can tell I'm not a fan, right? The card, the government says, is free and yet mandatory. A contradiction that echoes Revelation's warning. In Revelation 13 we read, he causes all to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and he provides that no one can buy or sell except the one who has the mark, Revelation 13. Early Christians understood this mark as more than a barcode. It signified loyalty to a counterfeit kingdom and carried eternal consequences. Now, while facial recognition and digital IDs in themselves aren't inherently evil, they do raise chilling echo. When systems begin to dictate who can participate in society, we inch closer to a world where compliance is currency and dissent is punished. Facial recognition and digital IDs can be powerful crime-fighting tools in responsible hands. Yet, as those systems become embedded in daily life, we risk normalising surveillance that can be repurposed for social control. Now, this isn't fearmongering, it's a call to discernment. So who governs the data? And what recourse exists for errors? And at what point does convenience become compulsion? Are we trading freedom for frictionless living? And here's one for you as a Christian. How do we safeguard the image of God in every person in an increasingly monitored world? As you scan your shopping receipt or unlock your new phone with a digital credential, remember that identity is more than a data set. It's a reflection of your ultimate allegiance. In an era when technology can in part fulfill the warnings that are found in Revelation, vigilance and biblical wisdoms are our best guardrails. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Really, we do look forward to your comments. And as always, whatever way your heart directs, whether it be in prayer or financially, we appreciate your support. And don't forget to sign up for our weekly newsletter to arrive in your inbox every Wednesday. You can do this from our website, christianvoicenewzealand.com. Let me just leave you with this thought, though, from the book of Hosea, where Hosea asks, who is wise? Let them realize these things. Who is discerning? Let them understand. The ways of the Lord are right. The righteous walk in them, but the rebellious will stumble in them. Until next time.